This is going to be a channeled new moon in Pisces reading. I'm going to be talking about the astrology of the new moon in Pisces, which is very powerful. I will be using my Rider-Waite deck, and I will also be using one of my favorite oracle decks, the Osho Zen deck. Very powerful. So this new moon arrives on March 10th, Sunday, and it is in the sign of Pisces. It will be conjuncting Neptune, which is the planet that rules Pisces. So this is extra Pisces energy. It is also making a lovely aspect to Uranus, which is going to add an element of surprise. It is also going to act as a catalyst. And Uranus is also the higher octave of Mercury. So you can expect to be receiving channel downloads and epiphanies about your life. Now, the new moon in Pisces is a super new moon. It is the lunation that is going to be leading us into the eclipses. So this is a very powerful portal, a very powerful doorway in which you can now have access to images and visions in regards to the new intentions, the new seeds, the new experiences that your higher self is, in a sense, giving to you. Pisces is very intuitive. It rules intuition. It rules what lies beyond the veil, the subconscious, the dream world, our imagination. Pisces is all about surrender. It's all about trusting this higher form of guidance, our higher selves, a higher power. And Pisces is very romantic. It's very magical. It's mystical. And it does rule the unconscious as well. So we could be having a lot of insights right now in regards to our inner child or our childhood or our subconscious patterns that we may want to change as we are inching into the eclipse on March 25th. It is a lunar eclipse. It is all about releasing. It is very powerful. So the first card that I pulled is the transformation. This new moon in Pisces is a tool for you to accelerate the transformation that you are going to be moving through when the eclipses occur. This is a time to release and let go of the old conditioning and the old version of who you have been. And this is a time where you are transforming. This new moon in Pisces has a very powerful transformative energy. You can be receiving a lot of guidance right now on what it is that you need to do for yourself in order to transform, in order to become a new version of yourself, a version that you have wanted to experience for quite some time. You are not the outsider in your life. You are not here to play the outsider anymore. So where is it within yourself that you still see yourself as an outsider, where you still see yourself as not being able to have what it is you desire or be part of what it is that you desire to be part of? You may also feel, in a sense, that you are an outsider to the connection with yourself. Now is the time where it is important for you to understand that your soul, your higher self, is telling you that you are meant to go through a rebirthing process. A rebirthing process in which you know and understand who you really are, in which you know and understand your full power. This is no longer a cycle for you to play small or to feel like you are not operating as one with the universe, with your soul, with what it is that you connect with on a spiritual level. The Rebel. This is Uranus. This is the Uranus right now, the Uranus energy. It is okay to be the rebel. In fact, you are being asked to break the chains that have held you down, to break the chains that have kept you unhappy and small. It is okay to step into that rebellious energy and challenge what it is that has kept you unable to experience what it is that you are meant to experience. This eclipse portal is extremely powerful. And this new moon in Pisces it's a super new moon. It's also just as powerful. So be very intentional and be very aware with the images that you are receiving. The Master. As you move through this time, as you move through this space, as you move into the eclipse, as you move into this new moon doorway, and as you leave, which will be in April, you leave this process, there is a part of you that will connect to a deeper knowing that you already possess, and you will walk into, you have the opportunity to walk through these timelines. And when you walk through, you have the opportunity to transform into the Master. The Master knows who he is. The Master knows what he's capable of. The Master understands his connection to Source. The Master knows that his circumstances do not change by trying to change the circumstances. His circumstances in his life change by changing himself, by working on himself, by loving himself, by healing himself, by taking accountability, by mastering himself. This is about mastering yourself. And the rewards that come from that will be far more than you could ever imagine. It's like you become the magician when you become the master. Harmony. This is beautiful because the dolphins and the water, it's very Piscean. During this Pisces new moon, during this Pisces season, try to be more receptive. Try to let go of the resistance and the control. Allow yourself to go with the flow and enter a state of harmony that you always have access to. It comes from the heart. The heart needs healing. Your heart needs healing. Your heart needs to trust again. Your heart needs to open up again and trust. That's really important for this process, to go through this new moon doorway and go through this eclipse portal with really trusting from your heart and that inner knowing. Schizophrenia. So what you could be experiencing during this time is this back and forth from the version of yourself that you want to let go of to the version of yourself that you want to become, to the version of yourself that you want to let go of, to the version of yourself that you want to become. It's very mental, and if that's happening, it's okay. It's part of the process, but you have to go back to the heart. The heart center will get you out of that back and forth schizophrenic type of, energy that is probably stressing you out. Clinging to the past. Because you are entering a new moon portal, because you are going to be going through the eclipses, it's time to really be honest with yourself about what you're clinging to in regards to the past. What aspect of yourself and your life and your past are you holding on to that you no longer are? you no longer are that. You know, it's like it's time to release that and let go of that. That's very important with this energy.